Beats Warrior Nian is a unique blend of platforming and rhythm game. The platforming mechanics are simple and two dimensional. They would be too simple alone. But interwoven with the rhythm mechanics, where you're forced to take action on every beat, well, that makes a fun and interesting game. It works like this. There are 6 actions you have the option to perform each beat. As the beat gets closer, you need to hit the button. Pretty simple. If you nail it, a star is added to the star meter. You need over 3 stars to perform one of the 3 actions. They are attacking, dodging, and sliding. So if you have 3 stars and the fourth one is one of those actions, it will work. But if the meter isn't full, the character stands in place. That can be useful if you don't want to move. There are 3 movement abilities: step forward, jump, and retreat. When one of those is used, the action is taken immediately. It adds a star to the star meter. This gives the character a lot of mobility without worrying about hitting 4 beats. Keep in mind that if you miss a beat, the star meter will reset, which can leave you in a bad spot. Being able to move at any time is good. There's always something for the player to do. You only feel helpless if you miss the timing. While the same buttons would work every time through a section, it's difficult to pull that off. Once you miss a beat, you need to reconsider what action you want to take. All the movement also lends itself to more complex levels, and many mechanics can be stacked on top of each other. The levels are broken up into small sections, and positioning is key. You must be standing in the correct positions or use certain skills to get past the dangers. There are giant swords dangling that will drop on you if you don't pass by them fast enough, or spikes that come up from the ground that you need to slide by. It can be brutal when they're combined. You need to have the exact placement and timing to walk and slide by both hazards. It's great you can take it as slow or fast as you want. Besides losing time, there's no penalty if you miss a beat, as long as you're not in the way of a hazard. The game tries to make you move faster by rewarding you with medals, but it's easy to go slow and learn the patterns. It makes it easier to learn the game and rewards the players who can come up with good movements through the level. Yet, Beats Warrior is not a casual game. You might be thinking it is, since the game is not forcing you to move fast and the mechanics are so simple, but it's quite challenging. You're only given 3 mistakes in a level. It's not enough. It's not 3 mistakes per section. It's 3 for the entire level. Once all your hearts are gone, you go back to the start of the game. I failed a lot early while I was learning the positioning. I still fail on some of the basic sections. Only 3 chances with this many screens is hard. Losing 1 heart early might mean you restart the whole level anyway because you know you're going to need it later. Replaying the same beginning sections over and over and over and over and over is tedious, especially since I've already gotten the gold medal for them. There are a lot of animations and a couple extra screens. Also, the game is on a timer. You need to wait for the beats to come so you can take action. It means the fastest you can get through the level is not fast as you wait for the beats. I find it annoying. I want to get back to the failure point as fast as possible. Now, I have a few issues with Beats Warrior. First, the boss. It introduces new mechanics. Nothing you've seen before can prepare you for the first boss. It requires a new move. However, the player hasn't used the move yet. They were not given an example with button prompts to help them learn like the other moves. You have to read hieroglyphics. These aren't forced on the player either. You can walk right by them. When a game is this punishing, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you fail this way. A game should introduce new mechanics in a safe environment, or at least safer. It's weird that Beats Warrior does this for some of the new mechanics, but not the ones you need for the boss. Anyway, the better way is after a player sees the new mechanics, then you combine them or make the player do them faster. Learning at the boss what he's going to do, and I only have 3 hearts if I'm lucky, is a nightmare. It feels unfair. Am I supposed to keep replaying the beginning area over and over, trying to learn the boss? It's disheartening if you make it to the boss with some hearts missing. Even less time to figure it out. Great. With enough chances, will I figure it out? Yes. Do I want to spend the time to do that? No. I know some gamers will have an easier time here, and others will look forward to the challenge. Just because I struggled doesn't mean you should discount Beats Warrior. Anyway, another issue I have with Beats Warrior is how difficult it is to tell where the character is going to move. Without markings on the ground, it's hard to judge. Will this next move forward place me in danger? It's difficult to tell. I expect the character to move in blocks to make it easier to judge, but I'm not sure if they do. I feel the retreat moves the character a different amount of pixels than walking forward twice, which throws off my calculations. It's worse with the slide. For example, the spikes that come up from the floor, you can slide over them, up to 2 spots away. But it's important to know how far the slide will go when a sword is waiting to drop on you. Overall, Beats Warrior Nian is interesting, and I like it. I didn't expect something so difficult, and I can't get past the first boss. I wish I could get further, though, to provide more information and more video for this review. But the visuals are interesting, and I appreciate how much of the background is animated. It's a good mix of genres. If you like tapping buttons on beats, then consider Beats Warrior.